You guys, I am really evolving as a person because somebody left by our mailboxes an unopened small bag of delicious, yummy, sweet, scrumptious candy corn, and I didn't take it in. I didn't take it. I left it for somebody else to enjoy because I am one of those people who is normal, who is smart, who is intelligent, and who knows that candy corn is fucking delicious. But I decided to leave it for a couple reasons. One, it's like, okay, somebody else will enjoy this. Two, it's because I know that when I have a lot of sugar, I break out. And also, three, I just went to the grocery store and I bought these mochi green tea desserts that I really like. And I'm like, I have enough sugar in the house. So I'm very proud of me. Hey y'all, happy Christmas Eve. I hope that you are feeling good. The rain just like washed everything away last night. And it's like, that like aftermath, that after the storm feeling. The clouds are still gray, but it's hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. But it's like the sky is clear, the sun is out. It's really, really nice. I went and got a COVID test just to be sure, just to be safe. And there was a huge long line, but it was a drive-through one. But I was just like listening to my podcast. I listened to this podcast called Just Break Up when I'm going through something or having like relationship problems or whatever. I'll just like listen to it, and it's just so comforting hearing other people's stories and hearing emotionally intelligent and body intelligent ways to deal with conflicts, right? And it seems like no matter the topic, because they just cover listener letters and they're queer friendly, and you know, it might be relationships with like parents or differences with like whatever it is. I always find something that really works for me. And I had a thought last night that I thought could apply to my current situation, but I realized that it doesn't. Kind of, but like there's something to the notion of like assigning meaning to everything. We might hear our partner say something, but we don't hear it. We don't hear what they actually said. We hear a different story. We hear this different story that we're telling ourselves that may or may not be true. But if you're like more on the anxious side or whatever, like it's, or in general, you just might be prone to thinking something else about it, and it's just worth exploring. So my thought about it was like, well, like this situation that I'm in, like I'm assigning meaning to, you know, this thing happening or not happening. It's not really that, but it is. It is. And like, so I think that logic works all the time. You know, things are just how you assign meaning to them. I think it does work all the time, but I think there's also the facts and feelings of certain things. So I say all that to say that I have some peace now around this situation because I'm just like seeing it for what it is instead of clinging on to hope that it's something else, because it's not. So yeah, but I'm feeling good. Got my little crop top on with my boots, feeling very cute. And my sweater that I kind of forgot about because I let it air dry in my second bathroom, and I just, like when I'm looking for clothes to wear, I just don't go into the bathroom and go look for clothes. So I remembered that it was there and decided to wear it today. So I'm home. I just went to the Asian grocery store, got the mochi, got some bananas, which I haven't been eating because I've been doing the low FODMAP thing, but I was like, I really want bananas. and got some snow pea leaves, which are really delicious. And I got some tofu, and I think that's it. But now I'm home, I'm gonna chill, going to just take care of myself, man. Like, just take care of me, because I now have the infinite, massive amount of space to do it now. Like, I have so much space to take better care of myself and really, truly, honestly focus on me, because I'm not so entrenched in somebody else's shit that I need to over functioning, but that I need to worry about what's going on with them. I don't have to do that. All I need to do is, and when I say worry, I mean be concerned about, I mean take care of, I mean take into consideration me. And I do know that me, doing that in relationships is over functioning and all that. And I did think that I was a person who I can be in relationship and also static. Okay, maybe my laundry soap that prevents static doesn't work as well as I thought, but I do think I am capable of being in relationship and working on healing and core wounds and all that shit, because that's what we're working on for our entire lives. There's no way that, it's life's work, right? It's part of being a human being on this planet and dealing with stuff. But I cannot do that with somebody who is deepening my wounds. It's just impossible. It's like I'm sewing up. It's like I'm sewing something and somebody on the other end is pulling out each stitch as I sew it up. And I can't do that. I know I would need to be engaged with somebody who is supporting where I'm at and what I'm doing, and not creating more tension there, because that's exactly what was happening, and that's a beautiful realization to have, because now I'm being forced into dealing with myself and not doing my over functioning of worrying about somebody else, because first of all, because they're not worried about me, and second of all, because I'm no longer interacting with them at all. So that's great. That's a great place to be. I also shouted in my car today. I was like, yeah, discomfort is where it's at, because discomfort shows you that you deserve better. I'm like, give me all the discomfort. And I was like, did I say that? Did I really mean that? But it's true, if you're uncomfortable in something, it means that there's better out there for you. It's your emotions, your feelings showing you this isn't quite right. There is something off. This could be better. It's I don't know. It's like when you have a decision to make about something, it's why doesn't this feel right? Or I bought this thing and it doesn't, I don't know. And I think that's your inner guidance telling you it's not that it's not right, but you may need to be two things. It could be that it is not right, or it could be that you need to be in a different place of comfort to have this thing then be right. It could be the right thing for you, but your body is not yet at the place where you can view it as comfortable. I mean, and that happens if you think about people in business, entrepreneurs, the right thing for them might be to join this $2,000 course to get their business on track, and they feel uncomfortable with it. And while it could, while it is an option of what's better, of something that's like, it's, yes, this is uncomfortable and it's going to push you to grow. Where was I going with that? They may not, like, they're not going to feel ready with it because you have, like, what Brianna Weiss calls, or she was quoting somebody else, like an upper limit of, like, I think maybe that was about happiness, but I think that it's about getting comfortable with new levels, with, like, it's like, this doesn't feel comfortable, but I know that I need to do it, or there's something telling me that I need to do it, or and it doesn't feel comfortable because growth is uncomfortable. Like, growth is really uncomfortable. It's, you know, like, you think of, like, growth spurts, or, like, babies teething. You know, like, this is something that has to happen, and it hurts. Oh my God, and it hurts so bad. It's so painful, and they're up crying. But then, when those teeth are in, baby, you can eat new food. Like, look. Like, you have so many more options, you know? Oh, I also bought portobello mushrooms because I think I'm going to do that fried mushroom thing. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, like, this hurts, and why does it hurt? And it hurts for so long. But once those teeth are in, look at how many more options you have. Oh, that's such a great example. Look at how many more options you have. Look at what else you can do once that growth that inevitably has to happen, unless you have some kind of you know, illness or whatever that makes that not happen. But, you know, like that is growth that you have to go through to be able to do more. And that is how I am. Listen, honey, that is how I am trying to look at it and trusting to look at it because I haven't done it before, and because, like, shit, well, the other shit I've been doing ain't fucking working, so let me try this. And that's the other thing, too. I'm in a space of, like, let me try to do the thing that I have not done before and see how that works. It may not be the right thing still, but at least it's different. You know, you might, like, move somewhere, and you're there, and you're like, why the fuck did I do this? But, like, and maybe, like, you know what? I need to move back to wherever I was before. But at least you did it to know. Like, sometimes you just got to do it to fucking know. A friend of mine, so she just recently had her Broadway debut, and I was asking her, I was like, so what does the next acting gig look like for you now that you have this new standard of what you like and what you don't like, and what feels good and what doesn't, and what works for you and what doesn't? And she, just from this one experience, she had so many specifics of, like, I don't think I would do it this way, but I do like this. I don't like this, and I do like this. And I'm like, that is such a key. That is, like, so key, especially for an actor, because, you know, actors kind of start out with this, like, well, I'll do anything. I want to do anything. And it's like, no, you don't. But we need to have the experience of doing other things to see if we even like it or not. But it is so hard to get those experiences. So for her, she has so much power, because now she can go into, like, it's going to be easy for her to say, oh, like, you know what, like, I actually don't want to work with these folks because I did that before and I didn't like it. Or I can, but it needs to be like this. Like, she has so many more. She's just, like, carving out what she wants, and that is so powerful, especially if she's, like, looking for new reps. It's like, okay, like, send me out for this, don't send me out for this. Like, I know. And it's increasing her worth and increasing her power and her ability to say what works for her and what doesn't. And I think that that's beautiful. And this relationship thing is exactly that. It's like, okay, this is what I do like, this is what I don't like, and you're just narrowing it down. And the beautiful thing too, and even in terms of dating, because her and I were talking about this too. It's like, you don't need to have a pool of, like, 2,000 people. And I also tell people, you know, if they're dating, they're like, oh, like, maybe I should, like, kind of, like, lower my standards. Maybe I should be open to somebody who, like, does have children, because everybody I meet is blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Let me go the other way. If there are only, like, 10 people who have the things that you want, You just need one of those motherfuckers. Like, you don't need to have a pool of 2,000 people. So the more narrow you can go, the better, because that gets you closer to the thing that you want. And the more experience you have and the more things that you learn and the more discomfort, it's like, ooh, this works, this doesn't work, I like this, I don't like this. And you're picking it apart, and you're able to know, this is what I like and this is what I don't like. And it reinforces your own expectations, and it also allows you to come to a place, if you remember the shit and really integrate it, but like, it allows you to come to a place of like, you know what, I knew that I didn't like when, like, I didn't hear from somebody after a certain period of time, and I let that slide, and I'm like, you know what, yeah, I really need this to be a thing. And so it like reminds you, even if you fall and you fuck up, not if you fuck up, even if you like change your standard or try to make an exception, you're gonna know really quick if that's right or wrong, because you're gonna feel the pain of it and be like, fuck, I knew that I was right. Like, my standard of this needs to happen at a certain time is important to me. And it also goes with like being like communicating your needs and wants, but also knowing that there is a point when you've said everything you can say, and there are just some people who will either like not listen, or they don't want to do it, or whatever the various reasons are, their own trauma, or they think that like, oh, well, if I actually listen to what this person says, then it means something more than it is. Like, all this bullshit that's in their heads that they just don't fucking talk about and talk through. But like, I say all that to say that it is important to like communicate your needs and wants, and to be strong in those, and to not tolerate pushback on it. Like, it can be a conversation. I was listening to the podcast yesterday, the Just Break Up one, and they were talking about what's the difference between like, if he wanted to, he would, and like not getting, like asking your partner to meet your needs. And there were some beautiful questions in there about like how is what I'm asking for different than like what you feel like you're doing, or like how, I wrote them down because they were just so good. Like, how are you showing up for me? Ooh, I gotta take this call. Hi. I just cracked my elbows so hard. I just got in. I went out to Ross because freaking Walmart was closed. I was looking for contact paper because a girlfriend of mine inspired me to want to put contact paper on my kitchen countertops. But Walmart was closed already because it's Christmas Eve. And, oh, what's that? Long Promised Road. Oh, Beach Boys. So yeah, so that was closed, and then Ross was open, and I went there to find, I was like, well, I guess if I'm out, I wanted to find dish gloves, and I got new. So I went to Ralph's, the grocery store, and I got new dish gloves, some dishwashing liquid. I just got something else too. I got floss, and there was something else. What did I just buy? What did I just buy? I resisted the temptation to buy chocolate. Woo! Your girl has so much motherfucking self-control. Oh, I bought some avocado cooking oil, but it's chili avocado oil because I'm out. So yeah. Oh, I did a little organizing in the kitchen. I will show you in a sec. All right, so I have my cooking oils. These are like butters. It's like tahini, some almond butter, and some peanut butter. And then my like supplements that I don't really use. That's why they're up so high. Did my canned stuff, my jarred stuff, and then everything in the back is just refills of the stuff that's in the front. I don't think this one is done. This one is like some spices and flowers. The spices are gonna go here. It's clearly a mess. And that is all I have done so far. But this is gonna get organized soon. this is also gonna go organized. I'm gonna do my tea and coffee stuff up there. So yeah, so the organizing is coming into place. Yeah, I am feeling good. I'm about to watch this movie called The Unforgivable that my friend Amelia was telling me about. Sandra Bullock's in it. Viola Davis is in it. This guy looks really familiar, but I can't think of who it is, and I'm sure I'm going to recognize other people in it, but I'm going to sit. I made a pizza, and I bought the dough from Whole Foods. It was that day that I was like, I need to like not have to do a whole lot of stuff to cook. So I bought pizza dough. I made the sauce with grape tomatoes and sun-dried tomatoes, and I just, not tenderized. I used the stick blender, immersion blender, to blend that, and then I just did some mushrooms on top and a little bit of olive oil, or a little bit of flaxseed oil, because that was all that I had. But now I have that chili avocado oil, so that might be good on it. Maybe a little bit of sea salt. So I'm gonna chill. I was actually driving and I was like, oh, maybe I'll finish those last 2 bios that I haven't finished. I probably will. I have a lot of energy right now. But yeah, y'all, Merry Christmas. I hope that you enjoy your holiday, or if you're not doing holiday stuff, or if you don't celebrate, I hope that you are having a good Friday or Saturday now that you're gonna see this. And yeah, wishing you the best to you and yours. And yeah, man, just, you know, just live it up. Like, just do what feels good. Just focus on what feels good. And remember, I think something that I've been forgetting is like where you're looking for the unconditioned, right? The thing that's not putting your happiness into a thing that's a condition, a thing that can go away. You know, like people, things, it's about feeling the feeling without needing the condition to be there, because these conditions are plastic. And when you're only looking at what is, and you're thinking about, and you're also trying to rectify that with what could be, it feels impossible, right? If you like want to buy something, but you're like, well, my bank account doesn't reflect the price of the thing I want to buy, then you're stuck in the condition, not even needing to think of the other ways to get it, but just focusing on the thing that feels good to you, you know? Does that make sense? Because your conditions change all the time. Like, look where you are now compared to where you were before. Look what you have compared to what you didn't have before, and your conditions changed to make that thing happen. So think of the thing that you desire and not how to get there. The how is the story that you tell people after. Like, man, you know, I was really desiring this thing, or I felt aligned towards this thing, and this is how it happened. Because the how that you think of, that your mind thinks of, is such a small way to think. It's one way to think, but it's a small way to think, and it doesn't allow for the universe or whatever divineness thing that's bigger than you that you can think of that could bring it to you in a way that your mind could never imagine, and even better than what you wanted. So that's my little plug for the day. All right, I'm gonna enjoy my food and put this phone away. Oh, damn, I hate how some of these bottles, it feels like the perforation on it is like not good. I can't open it. All right. Damn, that's so frustrating. All right. I'm gonna work this out. Probably see you tomorrow. I might check in again if there is something to report. Bye.
Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes.